one-shot. So Fear the Walking Dead premiered this past Sunday, and being the big Walking Dead fan that I am, of course I wanted to give you guys my thoughts. I will be mentioning some spoilers, so if you haven't seen the first episode yet, you've been warned. I thought the premiere was really solid. It did a great job of setting up the Walking Dead universe at the beginning of the outbreak. The way the episode started was great. It had a real eerie vibe to it, especially since it took place in an abandoned church. For whatever reason, there's something extremely creepy about abandoned churches. Then throw in a zombie girl eating junkies in an abandoned church, and you've officially passed extremely creepy. One thing I've noticed people saying is that the premiere was slow-paced compared to The Walking Dead. But The Walking Dead is essentially a post-apocalyptic action series. Fear the Walking Dead, however, is not. Series co-creator Dave Erickson was quoted saying, "We purposely built the show a little bit more slowly than the original. We tried to slow burn the story and make it as much about the anxiety and tension and paranoia that goes with this outbreak as much as it's about the actual confrontations with the zombies." So what's going to be driving the show? All the tension and paranoia that you would have if you were in an actual zombie apocalypse, not awesome zombie kills every 5 minutes. Don't get me wrong, I love Walker and zombie kills as much as the next guy, but we already have The Walking Dead for that. Fear the Walking Dead is supposed to be a new take on the Walking Dead universe, which I personally welcome with open arms. With all that said though, there is still some really cool gory moments in this pilot. It just wasn't nearly as much as a Walking Dead episode. And since this series takes place at the beginning of the outbreak, there are going to be fewer corpses roaming the streets, so there's also not going to be nearly as many walkers in this series. And they don't call the undead walkers here. They refer to them as the infected, which I also think is a cool name. I'm really liking the dynamic of the main characters this show is following. The series follows two teachers, Travis and Madison, who are dating each other. Madison has two kids, Nick, who is a screw-up, and a junkie, who's the character the episode opened with, and Alicia, who's a good student, but she just wants to ditch her family and get away from the drama that comes along with them. Then you have Travis, who has a son of his own that doesn't get along with him, so he's kind of trying to make up for that by getting along with Madison's kids. Now, we're only one episode in, but I'm really liking how they're approaching the story. I feel like that's how it would go down if it happened in real life. Like parents pulling their kids out of school early, the news and government not really telling you the whole story of what's going on with this so-called virus or infection, as they don't want to cause mass panic. Basically, this episode did a great job of causing anxiety, which is clearly what the series is going for, as I mentioned earlier. Wrapping up my thoughts, I really enjoyed this first episode of Fear the Walking Dead, and I'm looking forward to watching more.